I just like I said, what next for Nduka Ugbade after the elimination of the Golden Eaglets from the Under-17 Championship in Africa? There's something I like about coaches who are proactive. They identify problems and they try and adapt or change or make changes. Most especially, make changes, adapt, restructure what you have. I saw a match between Pep Guardiola and Thomas Tuchel. I'm sorry, I'm going to take it to this high level of coaches because this is where Nigeria is supposed to be. In a game, tactics just kept changing. Positional play kept changing. You could see a chess match going on. As one was making changes, the other understood what the changes were and countered it and looked for something forward movement. And that's one of the hallmark of great coaches right now. Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola, Thomas Tuchel, to a certain extent, Jurgen Klopp, and some of the great coaches. So I expected that with so much talk coming from Nduka Ugbade, there would have been changes the first match, the second match, the third match, before the game against Burkina Faso, which was the all-important game. They got to the quarterfinals and they needed to go through. Because from the start of the tournament, one of the thing that kept following the Golden Eaglets, that they were enthusiastic in the play, which is positive. They dominated whenever they played, which is positive. But they were very profligate in front of goals. They just could not hit the barn door. They just kept missing chances. I don't have a problem because they're young guys. I don't have a problem. And in the defense line, they were tackle shy. The goalkeeper just wanted to shine. Some of the basic catches he was supposed to make, he was going all haywire, just wanted to be a superstar. That could have been forgiven if Nigeria is not a five-time champion or something like that. But Nigeria, as Nigeria has won the gold on the 17 championship more than 5 times, and then the African championship 2 times. Nigeria is an elite country when it comes to. It's just like Brazil at the World Cup, and you come back with a bronze medal. Nobody will welcome you home, and then, nobody will welcome you home. But what did we get from this? One of the few things I must ask, because one of the things that you see there is that what next for Nduka Ugbade? Now, before we take him to the cross and crucify Nduka Ugbade, I kind of like his enthusiasm, which was very evident in the way the players took to him. Probably didn't exactly listen to. Took to him. Let's restart from that. They took to him so seriously because before the start of the tournament, the Golden Eaglets were painting Africa and Nigeria with goals, just like the under-20. They were painting goals. They were scoring goals with reckless abandon. There was so much confidence in these guys. And then you could see how Nduka Ugbade was kind of being a father figure. He was all over the place, always talking, communicating, and all that. Signs of a good coach. He's still learning. Not in the ilk of Yemitela, but he could learn some more. So what should we have done? First of all, where was the technical committee in all this? Austin Eguavoen. I keep going back to Austin Eguavoen. I keep going back to the technical committee because things need to be done right. Where is the match report for the under-17 team? For the first match against Zambia, the second match against Morocco, the third match against South Africa, before this match against Burkina Faso that we lost. Where, even right now, where has been, because what we get is from journalists doing their normal punditry, analyzing and reading. Where is the official technical report from the technical committee? There must be something. There must be a data to show us where our faults were, what happened. Yes, we're saying that these guys were bad in the middle of the park, they were bad in front of goals, but really, what are the tactics? What were the tactics of the coach that led to all that? These are some of the things that we must take home, not just look at Nduka Ugbade and blame him. Yes, he has a whole lot, but what about the technical committee? What were they doing when Nduka Ugbade was bungling and fumbling his way out of the tournament? And what has been the technical input of the technical committee? Because I know that as it's supposed to be, they were supposed to be looking at these games and writing and giving us reports. We have not seen that, and that must stop. That has always been something about Nigerian football. Listen, we must look at it. Senegalese football is growing. Morocco football is growing. They're following a template because after every match, I'm not talking about the Atlas Lions or the Teranga Lions. I'm talking about the junior teams. I'm talking about it goes down after every match. There is a post-mortem. a post-mortem, a technical post-mortem. We don't do that. We just go with the crowd, blame somebody, and then fire somebody, get another dummy to come in and start coaching our team. There's no structure to this. So these are some of the take-homes that we have. Everybody, look, because it's all there and glaring. They couldn't score goals. They couldn't do creative passes. They dominated. They were very robust. They were very enthusiastic. We have a very willing coach who's like a father to them. But how well during the tournament did these guys improve? Questions we need to ask. Questions we need to ask. Okay, I'm looking at it. Okay. Another thing I was going through some of the dailies how we all reacted to this. I honestly I was listening to Sports Ration, one of the best blogs. Seriously, guys, I have nothing against this, but I read it and then I felt a bit disappointed that this has to come out again because whilst this Nduka Ugbade was conducting the trainings and recruitment, it was all positive. So this news coming out from Sports Ration, it really hits me in the wrong way. I spoke with the media officer and he said that these guys were recruited professionally and Nduka Ugbade had his way all through. Now, I'm going to read it. There were reports of a pay and get process in the Nigerian U17 camp ahead of the tournament. And Sports Ration also says blame the agents and also a corrupted wired system that has left coaches at the mercy of player agents. Most of the players were named on the 26-man list just for PR purposes and so added no value to the setup. Reason the coach found making substitution a battle inside the stop. I kind of don't want to agree with this and I don't want to follow with this because yes, it's the under 17 and then agents want to do their job. That's their job. But the professionalism of Nduka Ugbade and his team must come to the fore. If he's all about money, then he has failed woefully. If this should be investigated and found to be true, then he should be fired. It should be. There's no two ways about it. If this is something that keeps continuing, and if Nduka Ugbade is a coach that cannot hold his own and tell those who are bringing players to him to test by force, if he cannot hold his own, then he should walk away and stop destroying Nigerian football because this will affect some of the things I'm going to say today. Honestly. And something else they said, which I also want to agree, is better welfare packages should be made available for the coaches. Now, Nduka Ugbade, this is his first stint. And before the tournament proper, I kind of was one of those, I must raise my hands, one of those that hailed Nduka Ugbade for being a great coach, a good mentor to the players, won it as the captain of the 17 team and then all that. That would have been historic for Nigeria if he finally could have won it. I think he should be kept. And one of the things that Sports Ration said, better welfare packages should be made available for the coaches and support staff to erase the system where these individuals survive on gifts from agents and intermediaries. Now, I'm going to rephrase that. Just like how Gareth Southgate became the vanguard of changing the way England plays football. In the 80s, it was all about kick and follow. England had a very one-directional pattern, taking from the back, just like how Ecuador could. They should be taking Nduka Ugbade and his team should go for refresher courses. The NFF or the football house or the sports house should sponsor it, and probably they should pay back in bits and pieces. But he should go for refresher courses because this is the foundation of football for Nigeria. I don't think he should be fired. We should look at it. If a technical report comes out and we can critically look at his recruitment structure and his playing structure, how he gets the players to play, and then we can really come with something like that. Fantastic. Bueno. We have a structure that works. And with the way he communicates and the way he holds them like a father, well, I think he will be a good advertisement for Nigerian football. Well, I think that will be it for me. So another thing that we also I must also take into consideration is the fact that we now know these players, right? We now know them. I know Charles Agada, the Hunter's son, who plays like Daniel Amokachi. Abubakar Abdullahi, who, as much as he's profligate, he's one that consistently scores for the Super Eagles. Jeremiah Obaleke, who in the defense. Richard Odo, the flamboyant goalkeeper of the under 17 team. These are names that we can harness. I will not go along with Manu Garba on Brilla FM that he said that it's this is one of the things that the players would suffer. No, I don't think so. The Nigerian Football Federation can use this as an opportunity to make these players stars, make them standards, make their names known, harness it, make them brands. And I think the marketing committee of the Nigerian Football Federation should be able to do that. Get them to become brands of some sort, celebrate the hell out of them, create tournaments out of them, and use the DSTV and the Big Brother model to make it them big, because this is your own Big Brother model. Do not let these guys go to waste. I know now that is the second plan that should come into play. Yes, we did not qualify, but there are some talent that we can get. You can start something, start a video skill set, something, let them go to the schools and see how they go. Don't let these players go to waste. They can go to the next level and they become stars. They can showcase their talents and they can be bought, even though they didn't make it to the World Cup stage. That's for the Super Eagles. That's for the Nigerian Football Federation. And then for Nduka Ugbade, again, I say this. Nduka Ugbade is one coach of Nigeria who is a wonderful communicator. And he displayed it, and I'm going to read one of his quotes. I saw it on BSN Sport. Thank you to Nii Busari. We should work on their development because I believe that some of these players would eventually move to the senior national teams. Point. I'm happy with the performance of our players, and in such competitions, even if you lose, you gain something by developing the players of the future. Everything worked as we planned, but we could not score with the chances we had. We paid dearly for that. We learned the lessons and we move on. Well, that's Nduka Ugbade, and that's a great communicator. And from what I got from the camp, the players loved him. He was able to communicate with them. I really don't know about the other side of it that was being talked about in Sports Ration, that the players' agents were really all over the under-17 team and the coach to get some of the players to play. And I don't know about that, but I think that should be investigated. If he's found guilty, he should be put out. But based on some of the things that I know, I've seen, I've spoken to the media officer and some others, Nduka Ugbade should remain at the job. He should go for a refresher course, and then he should look at the post-mortem and see what he can improve and, make changes. I think that should be the way to go. We should not be in a hurry to ask for his head. No, we should not be in a hurry to do that. I think that if Nduka Ugbade is given more opportunities to work with the Golden Eaglets, this cadre, the under 17 level, don't promote him. He knows how to work with them. And then, of course, history beckons that if he finally wins it, that we are good to go. I think that will be a good one for Nigerian football, for Nigerian football. So that's my take on that. So remember, you can follow us by hitting the subscribe button. Tell me what you think about what I just said. Hit the subscribe button and post your comments. Frank Deputy Alapa is my name. Talking sports, is my game. I'm the greatest at it. We talk sports. Yeah, baby.